Hey everyone, so a really important movement pattern when working with kettlebells is the hinge. So when we're doing kettlebells, like it's very much a hinge pattern when you're in the swing, and I teach the deadlift a lot before we get to the swing. So I wanna go over what that hinge pattern looks like and a great way to begin working on it. So if you have a PVC pipe at home or a broom handle or anything like that, that's a great way to start working on it. To use it as an assist tool. Also, you'll notice that I will train in just bare feet with kettlebells. A lot of times in our shoes, they're lifted a little bit in the heel, so it's gonna tip us more forward and change the way our movement pattern is. Also, I'm able to feel the ground more with my feet and get feedback through the ground since I can feel the ground with my no socks on. Another great way to train is also with barefoot shoes that are just zero drop and very minimal support on the bottom. But let's get into the hinging pattern. So I like to use a tool like this to help create the pattern and give me feedback. So how that works is I want this against the back of my head, against the upper part of my back, the thoracic spine, and then at my sacrum. My stance is going to be, my feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart, and my toes are gonna be turned out slightly, so my knees are gonna track over those two middle toes. And what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna stick my butt back, I'm bending at the knees, and I'm keeping this pole on those same 3 points. You'll notice my gaze is slightly out in front of me. And then from here, I'm going to squeeze my glutes and stand up. I'm pressing my feet through the floor and just go through this multiple times so you get a feel for this hinging pattern. At the top here, I am standing up nice and tall. That pole is hitting all 3 points that I mentioned. And I'm bending at the knees, sitting the hips back as if I'm gonna shut the car door with my butt. Like if your hands are full of groceries, we still need to shut that door. And then when I stand up, I am squeezing my glutes at the top. You'll notice my shins are staying vertical, so my knees are not tracking over the top of my toes. That's how you also know you're more into that hinge pattern versus a squat. So you will also notice as I am going through this hinge pattern, when I am down at the bottom here, you'll notice that my hips are between my knees and my shoulders. That gives you an idea that you're in the right position as well. My back is nice and straight, so my spine is very neutral here.